How do whistleblowers identify systemic moral failures? Imagine noticing a pattern of wrongdoings that keep happening in a workplace or society. That's often how whistleblowers start their journey to uncover deeper ethical issues. They don't just see one mistake, they see a series of actions that hurt people or break important moral rules. This is the first step in recognizing a moral failure that is bigger than just one person or one incident. Whistleblowers are usually very sensitive to what is right and wrong. They notice when policies or behaviors clash with accepted moral standards like honesty, fairness, or respect. For example, they might see fraud, corruption, discrimination, or abuse happening repeatedly. Their ability to detect these issues depends on their moral awareness, their instinct or understanding that something isn't right. Next, they observe whether these unethical acts are isolated or part of a pattern. If they see the same misconduct happening over and over, it suggests a problem with the organization's culture or leadership. They look at the context. Are there policies that enable bad behavior? Do leaders ignore or hide these issues? This helps them understand if the problem is systemic or just a one-time mistake. Gathering evidence is another key step. Whistleblowers collect facts that prove their concerns. This could include dates, documents, emails, or witness statements. They need solid proof to show that the misconduct is built into the system, not just accidental or minor. Without evidence, it's hard to convince others or take action. They also do moral reasoning, thinking carefully about the impact of the wrongdoing on others. They ask themselves if exposing the issue is the right thing to do, even if it might put them at risk. They try to separate personal frustrations from genuine ethical violations. This reflection helps them decide if their moral duty outweighs the potential consequences. Another important step is assessing whether internal channels have failed. If reports or complaints have been ignored or dismissed, it signals that the organization's system isn't working. This often pushes whistleblowers to take their concerns outside the organization. Finally, moral courage plays a big role. It takes bravery to speak out against powerful entities or risk retaliation. Whistleblowers act because they believe in justice, fairness, and protecting those who can't defend themselves. Their goal is to reveal patterns of harm that threaten trust and moral integrity within institutions or society. Organizations can support whistleblowers by creating clear rules about misconduct, encouraging openness, and providing safe ways to report concerns. Educating employees about what constitutes a moral failure helps them recognize issues early. When people understand the signs of systemic problems, they can act before damage spreads. In the end, whistleblowers identify systemic moral failures through a mix of moral sensitivity, evidence collection, careful reflection, and the courage to act. They see beyond individual mistakes to expose patterns that threaten the moral fabric of organizations and society. Their actions are vital for promoting ethical living and making sure that justice and fairness are upheld.